for kids to work through anxiety, they just have to do the scary thing. How could I coach a son who the scary thing for him is just he's tactile, he's touching. At night, he wants to be held. He doesn't get scared by a lot of outside things, but it's kind of an internal night when his defenses and things are down and he likes to be touched to sleep. So, how can I coach my son to do the scary things when it's internal and more fragile and vulnerability?
One of my all-time favorite parts of Sissy's Raising Worry-Free Girls book is she has this incredible definition that she came up with, that anxiety is an overestimation of the problem and an
Hmm.
underestimation of myself. And I talk a lot with kids about that word overestimation. And I think kids wired in this way will overestimate. I think they'll overthink, over respond in a lot of different moments. So I think if we can talk about that over word and help kids make connections around when and how that's happening, and that for a lot of kids, to your son's story, they will overthink at night. And you nailed it. Our emotional defenses are down. We're kind of the rawest, purest version of ourselves. So it's just easy to overthink and overestimate in those different moments. And Sissy has a great blueprint in the workbook Braver, Stronger, Smarter of how we can name the worry, give it a name so that we can then talk back to it. That I think is foundational, that gives kids a real sense of feeling empowered at bedtime when they feel overwhelmed. Now, with that shared, I don't think there's a thing in the world wrong with doing some experimenting for kids who are really sensory driven and maybe, as you described, tactile, of experimenting with certain loveys or stuffed animals that do offer a positive sensory experience that provide some external comfort in those moments, but also alongside paying attention to the overthinking, because we don't want to trick kids into thinking it's just all about this magic stuffed animal I have. And then if I accidentally forget it when we go to my grandparents, I couldn't sleep at all. And so we don't want them to anchor all their hope or trust to those externals, but some of those things can be helpful along the way while they're doing that good internal work of attending to the overestimation.